Welcome to my madness, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Quick Kick from G.I. Joe Classifieds. So first up, we'll talk about accessories here. He does come with a couple of extra fisted hands, as you would expect for a Kung Fu master. He also does come with a couple of karate chop hands, which is pretty good. And then, of course, he does come with an extra head, which I think looks pretty good, but is so similar to the one that comes on the figure that I really wonder why they bothered to do it at all. But either way, you do get an extra head. Then, of course, as far as what is stored on the figure himself, he does come with this effect right here where you can kind of show him throwing a ninja star or Chinese star. He comes with a chocolate bar, which is kind of funny. He does come with a couple of nunchucks. He comes with his backpack that also holds his sword. And of course, he comes with his strap there across the front for his Chinese throwing stars. All right, so to talk about the sculpt and the articulation here just a little bit, one thing that I saw a lot of people complaining about this particular sculpt is that he just looked too skinny and not big and bulky enough in the torso. I don't have a problem with the design and the sculpt of this torso at all. I mean, he's supposed to kind of look like Bruce Lee, who was not a big, bulky guy. I mean, he's supposed to be slim but ripped, and I think that comes across perfectly here. So I'm not sure why so many people have an issue with the way he looks. I think it looks exactly the way Quick Kick should look. Now, as far as articulation goes, this is a martial arts master, so you want to make sure he can do all the things. So he's got the drop down hips, he can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme, he can kick his own ass, he's got all the standard articulation. He can bend forward this far right there, and he can bend back that far. Actually, he could probably bend back a little bit farther if I didn't have his nunchucks there. Pretty good there. We've got good articulation there on the head. We can get some tilt. He can kind of look up, but his little hair mullet back here at the back prevents it from doing it too much. He can look down pretty good. All in all, it's good, decent articulation. I think they did a good job on it. Is it perfect? No. Would it be better if he had some form of, like, I don't know, Spider-Man level articulation? Yes, it would. And he does have the butterfly joints there. They just don't do a lot, really, to be honest with you. Like, they're there and they add a slight bit of movement, but just not a ton. But all in all, I think you should be able to get him into some good poses either way. And here we have him with Airborne, and here we have him with Rock and Roll. Here we have him with the new Retro Duke. And then, because I love me some Captain America, here he is with the Ultimate Captain America World War II edition. All right, so ultimately it comes down to whether or not this figure is worth it at the $25 retail price. And I would say yes, it's definitely worth it. Look, he comes with a decent amount of accessories, even if one of them is a head that looks almost identical to the one that comes on the figure. At least we get a good amount of other accessories between the extra hands and the swords and the nunchucks and the backpack, throwing stars, and even a chocolate bar. I think they did a pretty good job. The sculpt looks good. The paint, although there's not much here, does look really good. You know, I appreciate what they did with the sculpt, even though some people seem to not like it. I like it, and I think it fits well for the character. All in all, yes, I think it definitely is worth it. And much like many of the figures we've been sitting here waiting on to come out of that original G.I. Joe run, the original cartoon series, you know, the movie back in 1987, it's good to finally have a character like Quick Kick in the line, ready to go on your shelf. Still waiting on Leatherneck, no, by the way. Hasbro, if you want to go ahead and pump him out, I'll be waiting for that. But it is nice to finally get this figure here. I am very glad we got it. I do think it's worth it. And I think if you're a G.I. Joe fan, this is going to be a no-brainer. He's one of the original stars of the show back in the day we all grew up with. This is definitely one of the must-get figures. Even if it's not the greatest figure in the world, it's a great character, and it's a solid rendition of that character. So yes, I think it's worth it, and I think you should definitely run out and get it. So that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and always remember to enjoy your collection.